Hello, long time no see. I haven't uploaded in like 15 days, but I'm here today. We're going to be doing a book unhaul, getting rid of some books, and I'm also going to be giving y'all an update on some things in my life, some book related things, some other things as well. I have 8 books that I am getting rid of, I'm saying goodbye to, and then I have a couple things, like I said, that I want to talk about. My name is Andrea. If you're new here, you should subscribe, like, comment, stick around. We have a good time on my channel. But I'm very excited to be back filming, and I'm going to get into a little bit on why I haven't been uploading in 15 days and where I've been. But let me just start off with one of the books that I'm going to unhaul. Okay, so I'm going to be getting rid of Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This was a DNF for me. It's about this woman who is kind of like a runaway bride, or we don't know when you start reading the situation, but she leaves when she's supposed to be getting married. She ends up in this small town to find her sister. Her sister ends up leaving her with her child, which is the woman we're following's niece, and she is just stranded in this town with a niece she never knew existed that's like 11 years old. And then there's a bad boy guy that's in this town that ends up helping her and wants to help her, but they're so wrong for each other, but yet they're attracted to each other, and it's a romance. It's a long romance. It's a bit too long. I don't like my romances to be over 400 pages. I feel like 3 to 350 is the sweet spot, and this one goes to 550. This book really dragged for me. I got to page like 200 or like 150, something like that, pretty far into the book that I should have been invested, and I did not care about the characters, did not see any romance coming, didn't really like it, and we're unhauling. And first update, why haven't I posted in quite a bit of time, which it's like 2 weeks. I usually try to post once a week, so 15 days is a lot for me to not have posted anything. But the reason for that, one of the reasons, is that I've been really busy with work and just things personally in my life where I haven't really had the motivation to film. But I've been reading a lot in April, so it really doesn't make sense. But I'm sorry, it just does take a lot as a booktuber, or as anybody I feel like on social media filming anything, to sit down and film, especially when you're just not in the right headspace, or just mentally you're just, you know, going through some things. It's hard to put that aside for, you know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long it takes to film, and just talk to a camera and pretend kind of that you are okay and that everything's okay, and just talk about books and you're not. So nothing that deep has been going on, but it just was some things that I didn't have the mental space to be creative and film. So that was that. I also went to a Taylor Swift concert too. I went to the Eras tour in Houston, nights 2 and 3. And I sat in the 100 section, and then night 3 I sat on the floor, and it was amazing. I had so much fun. You can check out my bookstagram. No, you can check out my Instagram if you want to see more videos and pictures and things like that, because I did take, you know, all that stuff. But yeah, that's the first update. Let me go into another book that I'm getting rid of. Okay, I'm unhauling Crier's War by Nina Varela. I did try to read this one. I started listening to it on audio, and I just couldn't really, not that I couldn't get into it, but I don't think I was vibing with it. I didn't feel compelled to continue. I really didn't think it was something that was gonna spark too much enjoyment in my life. I don't think it was gonna give me anything that I was looking for in books at that time. And so I feel like if the time hasn't come for me to read this and where I would enjoy it, I don't think it is going to come. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I kind of feel bad because this book is so pretty. Like, the cover, artwork, this marble page, I'm really digging the vibes, and maybe I messed up and screwed myself over by listening to it instead of actually picking up the physical book, but I didn't have the attention span to pick up this physical book. I've been reading a lot of books on Kindle and audio, and that's just where I'm at right now, so it just wasn't making the cut, and then it wasn't interesting enough for me to sit there and pick up the physical book and actually want to read it. So that's where I was at with Crier's War. The premise of Crier's War is very interesting. It's an older YA. I say older, it's probably like 2 to 4 years old. It's not that old, but it's about 2 different species. So we have humanity and we have autome, which is like robots. And basically what has happened now is autome have taken over, and instead of having like robotic servants, they have human servants for the autome. And this book is sapphic. It's about 2 girls. One is autome, one is a human, and they are rivals. So it has the enemies to lovers kind of thing going on. I believe they're meant to like kill each other, or one of them is meant to kill the other one. But we know how that goes, and I can see probably where the story is going to go. And from what I did listen to and read, it was a really beautiful and thought out world, and I know this book is a lot of people's favorites. I know it's good. I know it has a lot of good fantasy aspects that I would like, but right now I just don't think I'm gonna get to it. Another update is that I had filmed a video where I wrapped all of my TBR, all the books on my TBR cart. I wrapped them, and I plan to read one a month at least, unwrap the books, whatever it is, randomly selected, and read it. And that hasn't been going well. I have not done that because the first one I unwrapped was Crier's War, and we're letting it go. We are DNFing and unhauling, so that's sad. But I feel like it's also doing its purpose because I have not got to those books in so long, or reached for them, that now that they're wrapped and I can grab them, I will know, okay, you do want to read this or you don't, and let's just get rid of it because you're not going to read it anyway, and let's give it to somebody who will. So that's where I'm at with my wrapped TBR. I do think that I'm still going to try to read those, and I know there's some that I'm gonna like and going to want to read. So that's still coming. But do I know when? No, but I have not abandoned my wrapped TBR. Next set of books that I am going to unhaul are going to be a trilogy. It's Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, and Kingdom of the Feared by Carrie Maniscalco. These books serve their purpose, okay? They weren't terrible. I did read them. In this book we follow, well, in the first book we follow Emilia, who is a witch, and her parents, or her guardian, has always told her growing up to not make any deals with any evil devil spirits or anything like that, because they are good witches and not, you know, the kind that dabble in dark magic. And then her sister ends up being murdered, and that sets Emilia off onto a rampage to figure out who killed her sister, if there was more sinister plays at work, and what is going on, and what happened to her sister. She wants the answers. And that sparks the whole entire series, and it does dive into a lot more stuff. You've probably heard of Wrath, who is a prince of hell, because in this series, to find Emilia's sister, she does need to get the help of Wrath, who is a prince of hell. And you go into the other princes of hells and into where did they come from, and there's a lot of secrets going on and a lot of things Emilia doesn't know. And I think by the end of the trilogy, I was just annoyed that she still didn't know so many things by the end of the last book. And it's like, okay, and then when she finally learns everything, we have no time for resolution. We have no time for her to sit with it, and it was very rushed. And so the one thing I did like about this series was the relationship. The one relationship, romantic relationship, and the smut. That's about it. That's all I liked. And hey, if you are looking for a fantasy that mostly has that, this could be what you want. And it was good. Like I said, it served its purpose. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm not going to read it again ever. So we're done, and let's let somebody else have these beautiful copies and read them, because I do love these covers, but they're all literally mixed matched. This is the paperback. This one was still when they had the James Patterson Presents, and this one was when they got that taken off, and it's a Walmart copy that has this sticker that's not removable. So, you know, there's a lot going on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them. Another update real quick. I made a big girl purchase, a new purchase, and got a new MacBook. This is the MacBook Air M2, I believe. It's not M1, I'm pretty sure it's M2. So this is one of the newest MacBook Airs that is out. I got it in space gray. Very excited. This video that I'm filming right now will be the first video that I get to edit on my MacBook. And I also feel like this is a big reason why my videos were not coming out. Not like they didn't look how I wanted them, because they did, but it was taking me longer to get through them because my old MacBook I've had since I graduated high school in 2017, and it's just so old. It just doesn't work. I have to leave it on the charger to even use it. I have a lot of things on there, like storage wise, so I can only edit one video at a time on there, because I would have to delete all of it, every scrap of content, before I could edit a new video, and that's just because I don't have any storage on it. And I had like the books I had wrote before, I had essays from all throughout college, I had different apps like Final Cut Pro and iMovie, and I just had to delete so much and store so much, and it just wasn't working. So it was time to get a new one, and now I have one, and it's gonna be a lot faster, and I just opened it yesterday. And so I think this is going to really be exciting and get me more motivated to get back into my routine of filming videos and doing edits and things like that. So next time you see my video, it will have been edited on my new computer. Okay, just a couple more that I'm getting rid of, but this one is Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This is the sequel to Dance of Thieves, which I really did enjoy Dance of Thieves. And this one isn't so much as an unhaul, but more of a DNF. So I got about 100 pages into this one and realized I just don't connect with the characters as much as I did. I think that if I was going to like this book, I needed to read it whenever I initially read the first one, but I didn't have it. So now it's been too long. I don't remember a lot. I just remember mostly how the characters made me feel, because it does start off with a really big rivals trope. Like the main character and the love interest are rivals at first, and they really did serve the enemies, the rivals. They really did. It was good. If you like that, definitely read Dance of Thieves. But in this one, it's not really giving what I thought it would, so I'm gonna go ahead and DNF, unhaul, and by unhaul I mean give it back to my friend Sarah, because this is her book and she hasn't read it either. We both love Dance of Thieves, but we'll see if she gets through this one and if she likes it. Second to last update is going to be about my book. Here it is. I printed it out, got it spiral bound, and I am in the process of doing edits on it. So this is my first draft, 207 pages, but it's like really big. It would probably be more in a real book, but it needs a lot of work. Like I said, it's my first draft. I need to do a lot of edits and rewrite it to a second draft, and then do more revisions, and then maybe that third draft will be where I want it. But right now there's a lot I want to change, and a lot of ideas that I have to make it better. And so I started this book in November of 2022, and I finished it completely in November except the last scene. But I did finish that in March of 2023. So from November to March is how long it took me to completely finish this book, and it's the first book that I've ever finished. Right now I title it In Every Life. That is just what the working title is, what I've been calling it for a while, and it is a romance, a contemporary romance kind of book, and I don't want to say, you know, a lot more right now, but that's what I'm working with, and maybe in the future I'll do more videos on my writing. I don't know if anybody wants to see that, let me know. But that's where I'm at with the book. I'm currently doing edits when I can. I have a full-time job, I do YouTube. I'm kind of busy at times, and when I'm not doing those two things, I am reading and also spending time with my husband and my dog and just life, you know. But this is definitely my passion, and something I am super proud of, that I even finished a book, my first book I've ever finished. So this was a very proud moment. I was very excited when I got this in the mail, that it was done and I could just see my book and the hard work that I put into it. I'm just really happy, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So there's that book update. And the last book, which is 2 books, it's a series that I'm going to be unhauling, is The Gilded Wolves and Silver Serpents by Roshani Chokshi. This one I did enjoy. It was never my favorite fantasy. I think it is missing a little something. It doesn't completely hold my attention. I think that's because it is in multiple POVs. So it is that thing where some of the characters I don't care about as much as other ones, but then when I get to the ones I do enjoy, I really love them, and I really want to keep reading in their headspace forever. But not enough to read the last book. I haven't bought it. It's called The Bronze Beast. It came out like a year or so ago, and the fact that I still haven't bought it, even though I've had the chance, just tells me I'm not going to read it. So these are going to go to a new home. It was good. I don't think that I would ever pick them up again, but you know, for the first time, they are super entertaining. It's a very interesting fantasy world. It is complex and has a lot of tropes that I think people would love. So definitely check out The Gilded Wolves. Don't shy away from it just because I didn't finish it. I definitely think this is a good series and should be read by many readers. Final update, if you stay till the end of this video, you've earned the right to know this information. So I am going to be moving moving soon, and with moving comes a lot of different changes and an opportunity for me to change some stuff about my channel, which I'm excited about, which is just going to be me adding things. It's not really going to be a big super giant change. So I will be taking down all my books, so we're going to be getting all that content. I'm going to be taking down my books, resetting up my books later, probably going through some that maybe I don't want. I want to get new shelves, a lot of things. We're going to be setting up a completely new book room in a completely different space, and this is one of the last few videos that will be in this room with this background, which I did love. And it's crazy because I've only had one other book room before this, which was when I lived with my mom at home, and then I moved here, and now I have this, and now I'm moving again. And it's kind of surreal that I'm an adult who is just moving out and getting new spaces, and that's just doing adult things. And so that's another reason why I've been a little bit absent recently on here, because I need to be prepared and ready to move and get stuff sold that we don't want, and get new pieces of furniture and get all that ready. And so bear with me if my videos are not coming out again as fast as I would like them, or I'm not filming as much as I want to, or being as active. But I will obviously always be making videos. I don't think I'm ever going to stop making videos. And so I'm not trying to blabber on, I swear. But when I move, I do plan to make some new kinds of content and add in some more fun videos that are more podcast style. Like, I'm gonna get a mic and I want to have different topics and talk about different things, do a different style of videos. So I'm excited for that, but that won't happen until I move. And I've been holding off on doing certain things until I move, and so I'm finally excited to get a new space, a new environment. I think it'll be really good for me, and I think it'll be really good for my channel as well. So that's gonna be exciting. That is my most exciting news. I can't wait to move into the new space that we're moving into. It's going to be so great. But that is it. So comment down below if you've read any of these books, or what you think about me unhauling, or what you think about any of my updates. Whatever you want to comment, let me know. Let's chat down below in the comment section. But if you want to follow any of my social media, you can. I have my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok all linked down below. You can check those out, as well as some ways to help support the channel. But that's gonna be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.